run Ohio run. We run 2 trips from Bradford County to Ohio, 17 hours straight out, come back, fill up, another 17 straight out, then back up to Bradford County, then back down into Curry before we got out of the truck once. That was the run. So it was like a 3-day trip. We did it a day and a half. The Love Shack up there, those are the houses, we call them Love Shacks. Because there's so many guys, man camps, whatever you want to call them. So many guys and so many beds in there that this house would put 20, this one would do 10, this one down here would do 7. And that was the guys that was working up there. That when the one night shift come off, you switch with the day shift. And trucks constantly move.
But you guys, as far as health and safety rights, were you were never, did anybody come by and say, look, these are your rights, this is health and safety?
We never had a safety meeting, and he's been there 2.5 years.
No programs, no posters saying, come to a meeting?
Nothing, zero, nada, don't exist.
Get in the truck and go.
I told you, you're
Point A, point B.
Point A, point B, and turn your paperwork in, where's your money for the company? And that's what, the way they look at you. That truck's got to run 24/7, 7 days a week. When you come out, the night shift goes in. When the night shift goes out, the day shift goes back in. So that truck's on that pad 375, 24/7. So that truck never shuts off. So you're getting all that polluting from the exhaust. You got all the, plus they're throwing them wet mud hoses up on the side. So them hoses are anywhere from 8, 10, 12 feet long. There's anywhere from 6, 8, 10 of them that they throw up on the side of the truck wet. Well, you're going down the highway, that air is going through that, the people in the car back here is getting exposed.
You probably have heard about that NIOSH study that came out recently that talked about silicosis. That was with the silica dust. But before that, there was another study that they did that talked about how the oil and gas industry is like the highest mortality rate with workers, and that you're 7 times more likely to die as a worker for that industry. And the 3 main problems with that are related to motor vehicle accidents, so drivers, right?
That's why I ain't in a truck, because when my eyes and that went, and this stuff, I won't put somebody's family, I ain't taking somebody's family with a truck, no way, no how.
Right, so...
See, I got my own truck sitting up at my brother's house there. I won't even get into them because of this.
So, but was it long hours, Randy? Because that's what we've heard at conferences, or that people are pushed to working.
Your driving per day on a normal day is anywhere from 13 to 15 to 18 hours. On over the line, out of state, you're looking at a 34-hour day.
So that's just, you're supposed to go straight.
You go, the Ohio run I did from Bradford County, we went from East Freedom, 3.5 hours north to the site, loaded, come back down, run all the way across 80, over into Ohio. We went around the scales there because I was over-the-road truck driver. I know how to get around everything without going in and but we went around and down through Niles, and that was the Patriot that we were dumping over there. Emptied that out, went right back up to Bradford County, no brakes now. Went right back up, loaded, right back over to Ohio, unloaded, right back up.
And so you're driving yourself, by yourself in the truck?
Well, they'll put, yeah, 1 driver in per truck. But with this stuff, if you're going down the road, you'll see these trucks wiggle wobbles. That's how they go up the road.
So you guys sleep when one person's driving, the other people just sleep?
There is no sleep.
So what
There's
do you,
no sleep.
what do
There's
you
one
guys?
driver per truck.
You go.
But and nobody else is with that driver.
No.
So
You're
you.
seated.
You got there's a couple of you together, but each of you's in a truck.
Yeah. If there's
So
5
you
drivers,
keep-
Oh,
there's
I
5
see.
trucks.
You're in a convoy, sort of.
Right.
Is that right? So, so then when do you sleep if you're doing all of this driving? How do you sleep?
When you're done.
Because I mean, because have you ever just run off the road and woken up, or run into the
I see.
middle?
What was old?
Keep the day going, CB going, talking back and
Real
forth.
loud, just stay awake.
Just keep some kind of conversation going, keep yourself alert.
I used to be the lead when we did runs in Ohio, and we used to be on Channel 16. I always used to get down. I'd pull something goofy out of my head, and I started down there carrying on with these guys because you're an over-the-road driver and you're by yourself, you know ways to stay awake. And I started getting on the radio and, boy, I wish I had some Amish pie. And I did that for hours and hours while we come down, and you know they have them happy girl shops on, they call them body shops. Well, this lady got on there, but I'm only doing it to stay awake because you're going.
You just physically beat.
Yeah.
Not mentally, but you're physically beat.
And this lady got on here, Amish pie, we got Amish, we got this, and she started, and I started chattering to her, and everybody got discharged just because we're carrying on so fast. Then she says, well, stop there, and what was it, exit 16 and that, and come see us in the body shop here. We got this, and lap dances. I says, laptops. Oh, you got Amish pie and laptops. And this lady was, I mean, I had everybody cracking up. But that's what you got to do to stay awake on these runs, because that run there, like I said, we went from East Freedom to Bradford to Ohio, back to Bradford, back to Ohio, back up to Bradford, then drove down to East Freedom. So altogether, that was like 40 some hours straight, no sleep.
And then you get how many days off after that? How many hours?
Sometimes as soon as you get home, you get your clothes in your car, and they're telling you, go back. Do you want to go back up?
It was like pulling teeth and you're sober and getting 2 days off in a row.
Really? That really sounds like they're breaking laws.
There is no law.
There is no laws.
DOT, they won't touch you. These officers already know that stuff's bad news. They don't want nothing to do with it. So that she start. Hello. Hello.
What he was talking about, the
Alrighty.
truck wobbling, what was the reason for it?
Just a triaxle, that's the way they do it. They don't,
It just,
Well,
they don't
Track
trail.
they don't track
Take us
it
up to
nicely, they
Paul
just.
A track and trail will trail behind you nice, but a triaxle, they'll weave.
Oh, okay, it's just a characteristic of the truck. Okay.
Well, it's not only that. You've got liquid on there, and that liquid moves. You know, liquid you can't contain. Even though they put so many baffles in there, if you come up on a hard stop to the back of a car and you're stopped, well, that water will shoot forward, shoot backwards, and you're like this in a truck, and it'll lunge forward, and it'll keep lunging forward till that level's off. So if you come too close to somebody, more or less you're going to be pushing them. Even though you ain't driving, you're going to push them.